liability, more competitive class.
Sure.
So,
The bigger entries that are out here.
Yeah,
Great,
exactly.
great.
So, I mean, it's just a fun class all in general.
Okay. So your father and brother also race with you out here. Who else actually gets in and actually physically drives this car with you?
My brother-in-law Andrew.
Brother-in-law Andrew. Okay, got it. And great entry out here. What do you have next? You're gonna run the whole season with Snore?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do the whole Snore series, and then kind of pick and choose next season. We're gonna run the Mint, Parker.
You got it. And Hector, what city are you guys residing in?
I'm out of Riverside.
Riverside. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you do for a living? Tell me.
Me,
I want to know how you get to drive these cars.
Me and my dad, we own a family business. We do commercial fleet paint and all that kind of stuff.
What's the name of that business?
Elite Truck and RV.
You got it. Elite Truck and RV, represented out here by Hector Garcia, the 1006 entry out here at Battle of Primm. Back to you in the studio.
Good job, guys. We got a couple stragglers out there still on track, and then we're going to line up the unlimited cars for the final battle this weekend at the Battle of Primm. Looking forward to see who's
team here with James Ford.
I'm the co-owner and co-driver and co-worker.
Did you enjoy your time out here? Great race. The Buffalo Bills, the Primm Valley Resorts provides for us out here. We have the long strip of the pits and everything else, but everybody has been using the accommodations of the hotel and whatnot. Any type of issues that you had out here at all that you hadn't get solved?
Stuck on lap 4 and locked up, and Jim got out, cut that brake line, and we are off and going again.
So these drivers out here, they just don't show up and get in these vehicles. They need to know every inch, every bit of it. So he had to actually stop. That's why you see him off the pace. James is usually up in the front with everybody else. So again, unfortunate circumstances with a brake line out here. But again, 10-15 James Ford entry out here. Back to you in the studio. All right, so as we travel through this post-tech inspection area, we see all kinds of manufacturers, vendors, manufacturing groups out here. I see King Shock people out here. I see people from PCI. I see the guys from Ultra Wheel out here. So they're all participating in this post-tech inspection area, congratulating their drivers, congratulating on their finishes, that kind of stuff. So we're getting ready for the Unlimiteds. The feature event of the day is coming up. We got Class 1s, Unlimited trucks, and the 1450 Pros coming up. So great, exciting racing still left out here. It is getting cold and windy, so bear with us. We're waiting for a great time. Back to you.
Right on, Jeff. Thank you. From interviews at the finish line, I guess we got the live feedback up.
Tell them we're going off Facebook now and meet us back on YouTube.
We're going off Facebook now, and we're going to be back on our YouTube channel. So click back on that.
We'll see you there.
And we'll see you there in a minute, 2 minutes. The Class 1 cars are still out on the grid, so it's a few minutes before we have our final race.
Nice.
Sorry if you guys missed it. Justin Davis did win the Class 10 race. Even though he didn't stop after his 5th lap, he went and did a victory lap. Nice move. They did not give him the checkered flag at the end. But, hey, we're all volunteers here at Snore. And that's always the answer. It's kind of like when you go to Mexico and everything goes wrong, and you ask yourself, why did that happen? It's always the same answer, because it's Mexico. And here at Snore, it's because we're volunteers. So they do a really good job, and they don't get paid, so you cannot complain. We have really fun races that aren't super expensive. All the money gets paid back to the racers and to the club. Nobody makes any money out here at Snore. The casino probably does all right. It was quite busy last night. Quite busy. Still waiting for another Class 5 car to finish. Justin Smith may be right. They could have won for the weekend, even though they did not finish all the laps yesterday. You see that, Jeff? Yeah, that they only did 3 laps yesterday.
I see that.
The other guys did 5, but they have not finished yet.
So they're just waiting on the other entries to come in here.
We're having a little break time here as they're lining up the trucks. We've got the camera over there towards the freeway. That's where we line up before we start. It's 3:40. I believe the final race starts at 3:50, so we probably have about 10 minutes. If you need to go make yourself a beverage at home or make some popcorn, you're ready to go.
Got me now? There we go. All right, I'm back on board as well here. So, hey, this is the premier event coming up, heat number 7. Class 1s, Unlimited trucks, 1450 Pro, and the 6100s. Just like Pete talked about here, it looks like start of 350. Start finish will close at 5:19, and the finish is actually at 5:33. Real close to dark out here, dark skies, ominous skies out here. So the photography that's going on out here, flash bulbs and everything else you'll be seeing around the track on this one.
Cold and windy here today, but not any rain. Are we going to get any for the main event like we did yesterday?
You know, we did some sprinkles, and one section of the track out there said it dumped for about a minute. So I don't see any of those type of clouds here in the distance. So
I mean, it's kind of gloomy all around, but nothing super black. Should be a good race. Track is beat up, and that's what we want for the big cars. They get the hardest part of the day.
So we're just waiting on the rest of the staging to be completed. All the cars, the ones, the trucks, 1450 Pros, all to be meeting in that west area of the short course track, the Lucas Oil track, to be staged and put in their proper positioning for the start of the race. We're still dealing with the technical inspection for the Class 10 out here, a bunch of money that'll be given away, and therefore it needs to be abided by all the rules. No sliding by with maybe a shaved head or some kind of issue like that. So
no, they check all the tags. Now they check. They were checking fuel on the.
Yeah, checking fuel, and they're over here taking the top of the head off right now. So it's getting down to the nitty gritty on the competition they have out here with such money that's being paid out.
I don't even know, Jeff. What do they do to cheat with the fuel? What do they put in it?
I have no idea. I'm unsure of technical stuff with the fuel, but
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they do. Some specific gravity test. I believe.
Well, maybe the class could be required to use a certain brand that they can determine from that or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
I'll check into that.
I thought it was just a pump gas, race gas thing, but sometimes they figure out how to put something else in there to make them have more power.
Scoot by, yeah.
Wireless headsets would be kind of cool. Do they make them?
Oh yeah, PCI makes it. We need to get something from.
Since they're one of your sponsors, I think maybe we ought to have wireless headsets.
Yeah, we need to hit them up this week and get set up better.
What's the Bing Bong thing? What does that mean?
You know what? He's getting notices in. What's that dinging we've been having? What is that?
It's because I had to turn my Facebook notifications on so I could accept everybody.
Oh, so people are trying to friend you? That's how you get friends. If you want to watch my show, you got to friend me.
Yeah.
Is that the only friends you have, Jeff?
That's it, bro.
Hey, Pete, I'm going to go over the technical inspection area and see they're taking apart Justin Davis's vehicle and see how things are going.
Ask some questions. Say, hey, what do you look for?
You got it. I'll be right back.
Ask him how the fuel works, too. What are we looking for in the fuel? You'll be back. You'll make it by the start. My co-host, Jeff Musgrave, is going to walk over and see exactly what they're doing in tech and what they're looking for.
All
Making
right,
sure
cool.
people are legal.
Awesome.
I'd like to know. I don't like people cheating either.
Have you got beat by cheaters before, Pete?
No, but I know a guy that's cheating, and I don't like it. I know a couple guys
I
that are
respect
cheating,
the
and I don't
fact
like
that
it.
you don't say who it is, and I respect the fact that
Well,
you don't.
I don't know for sure, but I'd like to protest them next time.
Well,
They're not here this weekend,
okay.
so
It's a relative.
when all the motors are the same, you can pretty much tell which one's going way faster than the other ones. And you can tell when they sound totally different too.
Oh yeah. Something's done to that motor, huh?
Something's done to some of them. Yeah, you can tell when
You're like, that thing's not stock.
you have a non-direct injected motor that smokes direct injected motors.
Yeah, and you
go,
get that
wow,
different smell when you're
One of
behind
them
them.
has 40 more horsepower. How come it's getting beat by the lower horsepower one? Makes me wonder. Makes you go,
Things that make you go,
Yeah.
And it looks like they crashed again.
No.
I hope not. It's not
Is
working.
it the weather?
It's not working. Okay, well, we'll put Facebook back up.
Our feed is
Again, they went out.
sketchy.
Are we killing the camera out there for the rest of the day?
Yeah,
Okay, then I'll move the cones so they don't get so bunched up back here.
perfect. You can still talk. We're still recording.
I can talk.
You can. If you want. Okay, we'll be back on our Facebook again.
We're having to go back to our Facebook account.
It's we can thank YouTube, and I'm sure there's we had like 6,015 minutes, so they got their complaints in, that's for sure. And we are back on our Facebook.
Sorry, everyone, for making you run back and forth
I
between
know.
Facebook and YouTube channel. Our Class 1 feature race with the trophy trucks, Class 1 Unlimiteds, and the ever popular 1450s in the now their own pro class, all coming to the line. Looks like we're going to start Surf Rat.
We'll leave Facebook live throughout the whole thing.
We're not going to go back and forth. We're just going to be broadcasting here on our Facebook Live account.
Hey, you guys got lap times from yesterday?
Yes, we do, but you can't have them.
You know what?
Yes, we do, but you cannot have them. Those are mine. I went and got them.
Okay.
Sorry, you can have them after the race. Sorry there, sir. Because we're using this for timing and scoring of our own. Oh, is he? Ask him if he's with Corey Howell.
You with Corey Howe?
No, fucking Ryan Dunn.
Oh, God. You know what?
He's with who?
Ryan Dunn. Oh, the 14 pro guy?
Ryan Dunn. He got 7th place, only finished 3 laps yesterday.
Got a couple minutes still, right? Minutes?
We got a couple minutes to go. They're supposed to be, you never know if they start early, though. It says 3:47 on my clock, and we're supposed to start at 3:50. They're looking at their watches down there at the starting line right now. We got Pat Dean lined up next to Brandon Arthur, and that race, Pat got beat by, I believe, right about exactly 1 minute. Brandon Arthur ran a 59:44 yesterday, and Pat Dean ran a 1:43.
All right, this is the feature. Premier event out here. We got Pat Dean. 2 minutes, we've been told. 2 minutes. Pat Dean and Brandon Arthur out here. 2 great entries out here. We're going to see how it does. Brandon Arthur came in first place yesterday, and Pat over here in second. So we got a bunch of great entries up here. We got Dan Myers. We got Fidget over here. 3 unlimited 1 cars, 1 trophy truck, and these 1450 pros back here.
He's out of breath.
Unfortunately, the only one left out of the 1450 pros is this man right here, number 494, Vince Munoz. Look where he's at in the field compared to everybody else. This guy's a star. Keep your eye on him, number 494. Roy in there takes care of his car, preps everything for him. Watch this guy to shoot his way to the front.
We're going to have our co-host do a little track
All
time
back
in
here, nice
between
looking
races.
trophy truck
In
entry
between
right here.
weekends.
Alan Kornick, yesterday in this corner over here. Keep an eye for him. In this corner, he spun around and went up on its side. Watch for him to get all the way to the front. 2 minutes.
Jeff's excited out there.
Oh, yeah.
I got number 157, Blake Wilkie right here.
Adrenaline's
Awesome
pumping.
vehicles.
1 minute.
You've seen this all over the
minutes
internet.
will start.
You've seen it all over social media. Okay? And we got 1 minute to go. Blake Wilkie, watch him go up to the front.
Crowd's forming. The crowd is
199
forming
all the way
out
back.
here.
Here's an Alpha car. Less than 1 minute to go. Kyle Carlton.
Jeff's getting out of range.
Bring him back. Bring him back.
These vehicles in the
Spicoli.
whole world. And he
Spicoli, wave
to the
it back.
front.
Wave Jeff back.
Is Spicoli our...
He's too far
We're
away.
looking at the rest of the
Is
50
Spicoli
pro
our
guys back here.
cameraman? Is his name Jeff?
They had some
is his name
issues.
Jeff Spicoli?
In the back.
From the movie?
Had an-
He's too
back
far
there.
away. He's way out
This
there.
guy, Vinny Munoz, watch him run to the front.
We need an agenda
I'm off the
about our
course
agenda.
now.
Need a lot of things, Pete.
We need
17 Battle of Primm.
Need YouTube to cooperate also.
2017 Battle at Primm. Sunday. This is it. Pat Dean is like not going to let him get away. There he goes. Pat jumped to start. Sweet move by Pat Dean. He's a veteran. He just jumped it a little bit. It'll be okay, everyone. Dan Myers on the inside.
Watch this guy right here, Dan Myers, on a mission.
Brandon Arthur, with his short course skills, does not let the jump start by Pat Dean bother him, and he passes him in the infield already. Good move,
Munoz,
Brandon.
number 494 right here. Watch him to lead. in the lead.
We got Vinny Munoz starting in the third row. Nice work by 1450 Pro.
Great showing from these two yesterday. Blake Wilkie on the outside, Alan Kornick right here.
Corey Howell from Australia getting ready to go in his Geyser Australia truck, driving from the right-hand side. He's starting into a Class 5 bug, and the Class 5 smokes him off the line, just literally smokes him. Now we got the Geyser Truggy on the inside of the Downey boys from Connecticut. They're going to rip it into biscuit. The guy totally jumps the start line. What the hell's going on there?
Looks like they delayed his start. It was weird.
He just took off without a green flag. The gray Alpha car, the 199. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. That was bullshit, actually.
Maybe he should just let him go by him real quick. So
another 1450 guy here, right? 487. Josh Williams and his family out there going to go to the front. Love these guys. Williams Construction.
No, the Alpha car should slow down and let the guy get next to him and then keep racing would be the smarter move.
Chris Eisenhower, number 457.
Jump
and the Duntech entry right here, number 144. Ready to head off the line. Earl Frazier.
There goes another guy doing it. I don't know what they're doing. Everybody's like taking off whenever the hell they want. When I race, I think you wait for the green flag to wave.
Or you get a penalty, don't you?
Or these guys all think they're Robbie Gordon. Come on.
Well, yeah.
We just go whenever we want.
We won't go there.
Oh, I anticipated the flag. Yeah, well, I anticipate they're going to wave it too. That doesn't mean you take off whenever the hell you want.
Yeah, you do that in Supercross and you go over the bars.
Yeah, they need that little thing that holds your front wheel.
Yeah.
1450 taking off. Now we got a Class 1 car. I think that's Tom Koch in the 152. He's the last car to take off. No, he's not. I don't know why we're not starting side by side. Now we got Gunnar Stevens taking off by himself as well in the 89.
Gunnar Stevens, number 89. Little off his pace as normal. We'll see how he get up to the front. And our last entry right here, number 420, Michael Fox and his lady heading out in 1450 Pro.
He's thinking about taking off by himself.
And Michael Fox is away.
But he waits for it.
All right, Pete, back to you in the studio. I need a potty break, and we'll watch his first lap unrival here.
There we go. It's going to be up to Pat Dean to try to run down and pass Brandon Arthur. And Brandon Arthur did a great job yesterday leading wire to wire and beat Pat by a minute. Pat's going to have to beat him by 1 minute and 1 second to win overall for the weekend. But both of those guys are in separate classes, so they're both actually winning. Obviously, winning overall means a lot more to some guys. So I think that could be whatever guy wants it more. Brandon Arthur with a 1 minute lead after putting on a clinic yesterday on the field. Jeff didn't come back with a report from the teardown area.
Not yet.
We'll see.
We're waiting.
We'll see what he has to say about that. Emil Downey drove the Geyser Truggy 118 yesterday. And today it's Tim Downey behind the wheel. So we got a new guy driving, and Travis Downey is navigating for Tim.
Nice.
So the three Downey boys came all the way from Connecticut. They got a blizzard going on there. I don't know if they're going to be able to get home.
They might have to stay out here an extra couple of days.
I don't think they'd mind either.
Nobody wants to go back to the ice cold, huh?
No. Hey Jeff, we want to report from the tech area. What did you?
I went over and talked to the tech guys over there, and basically, Wix is involved in this, and basically it was a oxygenated versus non-oxygenated fuel, which was given up to 8% performance, and they basically outlawed it. That was basically it.
So they're checking fuel to make sure everyone's running regular fuel.
Yeah, the same gas. Yeah.
That's the only thing they check.
No, in the heads, displacement.
Checking the tags. Did they pump the motors and everything?
They did. Yes, gave up some pressure.
Did anybody leave there in tears?
No.
No, everyone's happy. Nobody got DQ'd. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's always good. It's good to keep racers honest because they always want an advantage. And it's, I know it's the old saying is if you're not cheating, you're not trying, but I kind of like people not to cheat.
Yeah, I know you don't like cheaters.
No, I don't. They're not my favorite.
But the technical guys do.
Nobody,
they get a $500 deal for a
cheats in
protest.
Baja,
So
though.
if they
Nobody
protest,
cheats in Baja.
Yeah.
They try not to.
Nobody tries to get caught.
No, but the whole thing now, Baja is so much better with the virtual checkpoints and the tracking. It gives the regular guys a more. They still
More of a
regular
chance?
guys don't have a real chance against the rich guys, but it gives them more of a chance because at least the rich
Margin.
guys have to go just as far a distance with all the extra pre-running and everything as the regular guys do. So
Right.
I kind of like it. Gives the regular guys a little more chance to win.
How you doing? Chilling. Somebody wants to be updated with the 1085, if you could.
What do you want to know? 1085 did win the race in Class 10. Justin Davis. He just was not given the checkered flag, and so he went another lap. So we just called it a victory lap. Justin Davis did win, and he was over in Tech, and they checked out his fuel in his car and his engine. And
All good?
everything, according to Jeff, everyone was happy, and nobody was penalized or disqualified in the post-Tech area.
Brandon just getting it out there.
How far behind is Pat Dean? That's the question. Let me get out my monocular.
Well, we got Brandon coming through right now, and then Jeff will stay on him, and then he'll give us the gap between him and Pat Dean coming up
Oh,
here.
there I see.
There it is. I saw him flash by right there in the background.
I see
So
Brandon Arthur.
he's only about, I'd say, 10 seconds behind him right now. 15 at the max. Probably.
Yeah, Brandon's come by the spot like right across from the dike jump where they go the other direction.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Pat's first. He's not too far back, but he's a good 10 seconds. He's got a lot of work to do.
Probably does. That's Jeff. Musgrave.
I mean, all you can do is try to push the guy into a mistake, Jeff.
You're Danielle, right? You have the same name as my niece. Danielle.
What was the specific question about Justin Davis? Did he win or did he not? Yes. That was it. I would say that yes, he won. Sean Reynolds. He just took an extra lap. Yeah, sorry, but the YouTube channel did crash. It's not working, so we're
Well,
on
it
the
did
Facebook
for us.
channel.
It may not have for them. We're waiting to see. We're not having any problems on Facebook, though, if you guys are on there.
Facebook's working perfect. So if you can get up our feed on there, we're not going to change back. We're sticking with the Facebook channel.
So YouTube having problems again, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
It came up and then went back down again.
All right. So again, the feature event out here, heat number 7 out here at the 2017 Battle at Primm. Off in the distance there, looks like we got Vinny Munoz maybe in that 1450 Pro entry out there. Great looking truck. Great shots out here from Spicoli all weekend long up on the tower.
Is that Jeff Spicoli from the movie? Sweet.
It's actually Jeffrey Bertrand up on board, our camera operator this weekend.
You know, Blake looks more like Spicoli than him.
Yeah. Anyway, great shots all weekend long out here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the broadcast, and hopefully we can bring more of these to you soon.
There goes Corey Howell in the geyser. He's got the 2 lights on up by the inside the windshield post, and you can see him from far away. That truck, he's getting better, and that truck looks stronger every lap. He had some trouble yesterday when he flipped it over in the infield, and then he did some stunt driving the next time around in that same corner. But
the Brody turn,
yeah,
sure.
he's getting it handled. He's got a lot of work to put down today because he finished about 9 minutes behind Brandon Arthur yesterday.
Okay.
So I don't know where he can even get to.
He's got to make up a lot of time on there.
He's got to.
That's
Brandon's got to have a couple of tires
two
go
flats.
down or
more than 2 flats.
Some misfortune for Corey to catch him.
And off in the distance, that is the Brandon Arthur, number 56 right there. Looks like he is out in the lead, taking off. Looking for Pat Dean.
There goes Pat. Bye.
So it does look like he's maybe 6, 7, 8 seconds in front of James Dean there, or Pat Dean rather, the 176 entry out of Vegas.
And it looks like the other Pat Dean Jr. is not racing today.
No, I didn't see him out there. They had a single-seater.
I think they had some problems, a broken broken A-arm or something yesterday.
Yeah.
Something suspension failure.
So again, great speed shots right there. Brandon Arthur, 56 for those of you at home on surfrat.tv.
A few guys have their lights on out there today.
Yeah, not a normal
Not sure
race
why.
you would expect to have the lights out there. But yeah, we got a gloomy clouds, ominous skies all around us. But great high-speed shot right there. This coming in the infield section. The crowds are all gathered around. I'd say a couple hundred people have outlast the weather out here. It's getting quite cold. But that is a great section to watch right there.
Just a rough estimate there. It looks like about a 14-second lead for Brandon Arthur here on lap 1.
Okay.
That's just me counting as Brandon Arthur went by a spot, and then I timed it to Pat.
So right now you see
Pat's got some work.
Brandon Arthur coming into the speed control zone area right there.
You know, Pat's a smart racer too. He knows he's got Class 1 in the bag. He may just be cruising. He has a 4-minute lead.
From yesterday.
3 minute, yeah. 3 almost 4, yeah. 3 almost 4 minute lead from yesterday. So, and Brad Visick would have to catch him and pass him and put 3 minutes on him.
That's a long task, long haul there.
Pat could just be settling for the Class 1 lead because he does not have to beat Brandon Arthur to win his class. He just has to beat him to win overall. Pat coming through the speed zone.
And back out to Brandon Arthur through that whoop section right here. Watch him go through these. Look at the suspension on those whoops right there.
They got that truck pretty well dialed in.
Yeah.
Nice work by the competitive metals crew. And Brandon's dad, Todd Arthur, does a lot in his program.
Okay, so the first two on the track itself is Pat Dean there, number 176, and in front of him, that great-looking competitive metals truck in 56, and Brandon Arthur, young man out here taking it to the base.
That's Brad Visick coming through the infield.
That's 155 for you at home with your scorebooks, heading out on the Lucas Oil track.
Should be Dan Myers next in the General Lee, and I see him coming near the finish line now.
Going through the speed.
Brad's putting a little time on him.
On a mission. So he's going to pan back right now and get 155 there, making that big old loop turn, a Talladega turn right there. Great looking car right there, 155. Going to be ready to get out of the Lucas Oil track and head on the desert section here at the 2017 Battle of Primm. Looks like Kyle Conlon coming into that chicane area just before the start-finish area again. Going out on his second of 5 laps here in this feature event, heat number 7. And not far behind him, right there, is that Vinny Munoz.
Yeah,
right on
Vinny
that Alpha.
Munoz doing a great job.
Good for him.
Alpha car stopping.
Alpha been penalized, so stop and go.
Stop and go from
penalty.
That jump on the start.
Yes, they did.
I'll jump the start every single time if they're going to do that as your penalty. That was nothing. It was nothing. Nothing.
A little hiccup in the road.
But anyway. They had him slow down right there.
Yeah, there you go. So Kyle Conlon and Cody Robinson entry right there. That Alpha car built by Johnny Kaiser, taking him to the whoops right there. But right behind him, quickly followed, is that Vinny Munoz, number 494 right here. Great entry. Sportsman truck racer stepping up, and look what he's doing at the pros out here. So very proud of Vinny.
And then we got Blake Wilkley in the Class 5 car, putting on a great show here today.
Great show. Tremendous.
He started next to the Geyser Australian trophy truck, and he done put it on him.
Literally checked out. So good for him. The way he drives that thing is something else.
Here comes the Downey boys in the Geyser Truggy. It's just a 6100 entry is what it is with no body on it. So they're down on power compared to these unlimited cars.
But they're out here doing it. And,
they're doing a great job.
Look at the bigger smile on their faces than anybody else. So thanks to you, Pete. Wayne Lugo in the Team Ford out there.
I can't remember what row he started in.
Man, he was back away, so he's been moving up through the field too.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he started behind the Downey boys, so he's moved past them. Nice work. But this is a new driver. This is Tim Downey. So he's got limited stick time in that Geyser Truggy, so he's going to get faster as the laps go by. He navigated yesterday for his uncle.
Looks like Chris Eisenhower.
Eli,
that other 1450 1450 Pro guy coming in here, Chris Eisenhower, number 457, coming in the infield area.
He had some trouble yesterday, Chris Eisenhower, but he did finish all the laps.
Well, good for him.
So,
He's on board to do a podium here.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's Vinny Munoz, Wayne Lugo, Josh Williams, Chris Eisenhower was the top 4 yesterday.
Yeah, great drivers and stepping up to the pro classes after being a sportsman for all these years, so good for them.
Yeah, these 1450 guys are running right with the unlimited cars. So
just as expected, that's where they thought they would be, and that's where they wanted to be. So
some of these 1450 trucks are really, really legit.
They are.
Yeah,
Vinny
they
Munoz,
got big motors, and they got
big shout out to Roy
Yeah.
Tompkins, ODR.
And he works with
support
Jerry
service.
Larimore too. He
All
works
those
on all
guys
his
there,
stuff.
yeah, they're all good buddies.
They do a lot of shock work, and they do a lot of tuning and a lot of testing out in Barstow.
A lot of testing. I believe, Jerry Larimore's truck, the Juggernaut, works very well, and that's what you
Yes.
get for a year worth of Wednesdays out there. If
Yeah.
everybody in the know what that is, they know a year worth of Wednesdays.
Well, recently we did some rear chassis changes on that, and it made a world of difference. We made way more
with
bump travel.
with Jerry and his truck. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.
He didn't want to do it, and I forced him to, and it's been night and day.
Good for him.
It works so much better now.
Great. We're always
Jerry's
seeing
truck.
he's big on the social media and with his Mormon.org and the group that he takes, and he does take the young kids from the church out on events
does.
all over the place, and he's quite the good guy, family man. He's got a bunch of guys surrounding him, all top of their game. So again, Jerry, appreciate you listening in and watching in, and some of the other guys out there. Dan Vance, another legend, one of the godfathers of this 1450 crowd, earlier watching in and timing in. So we appreciate him taking part in our broadcast.
I did not see the Corey Howell truck come by.
We have not seen him come by yet.
And I saw him go.
There he is right
so,
there. Yeah, we had a flat tire.
Maybe
another
maybe
rollover.
Maybe cut upside down again.
Oh, so
because he definitely started way up further than he is now.
So he got 469.
Gunnar Stevens going into the infield right now.
Yeah, Clark Robertson, Preston Shields, 495 as well. Michael Fox looked like 420 right there. So he's trying to track down that 469 of Clark
he's trying
Roberts.
to pass some 1450s in his.
So watch this
trophy
turn right
truck.
here. Earlier, that Mike Fox 420 went way up high. So we'll see what he does, spinning himself around, sliding it like he is. He's a master of that. Got his wife on board with him in the passenger seat. So
I don't know how that would work out. Your wife yelling at you at home and then on the racetrack too. I don't know.
I don't think she yells too much. She seems very calm and a calm woman. So good
well,
for those two
if you've ever
out
been
there.
married, they all yell at you every once in a while.
Mr. and Mrs. Fox out there taking it to it. So again, trying to get by 469 out here.
Good race in the infield.
Clark Roberts leading them out, but let's see what he can do on this long straightaway. So I got to believe that stay with that one, Spicoli, and let's watch him head all the way out in that desert section right now, and let's see if that 420 right now is going to come up on his bottom, and he succeeded. He let him go by. So
Corey Howell coming in the infield
Yeah,
from Australia. He had some downtime on that first lap, and I do not know why. He could have been over again.
Look in the rack, see if they got a flat on the back there. It doesn't appear to be flat to me. So
the tire looks good.
And we can't tell the rollover because they already rolled over yesterday.
Yeah,
so I don't know about the
He's missing a bedside from yesterday.
No. Let's talk about your racing rental program and how some things go. You made comments yesterday to our crowd at home about leaving the body panels off. You know, there's some classes required, but cheaper for them. They pay as they go kind of thing.
Well, you know, new guys tend to lay them on their side or roll them over, especially a race like this where it's a super duper sprint race and they don't have a lot of seat time in the truck.
Sure.
So I said, hey, why don't you guys race in Class 1? And they thought it was a good idea too. So that we just put the old Class 1 truggy body we have.
And is this a type of thing where, hey, as long as the check clears kind of thing, you're putting them in there? Or over your years' experience with this, have you decided, hey, you know what, this knucklehead doesn't belong in a truck? Or have you ever had to make that decision?
We like to start people in the Baja Light trucks with the Ecotech, with the 4-cylinder.
Sure.
But some guys, hey, this is their lifelong dream to it's a bucket list thing. I want to race a trophy truck. And this trophy truck, it's really easy to drive. Geyser trophy truck's easy to drive. And then you take and cut a third of the horsepower out of it by putting the LS3 in it. It's not a difficult, dangerous vehicle. It goes maybe 110.
Okay.
And the little trucks we have go 100, so it's not that big a jump.
So in the process of your business out there, I know you have it in Phoenix, your home base out there. What is the body panel or part that these guys tend to racks, tires,
Everything.
What they go through everything.
All
Okay.
the bodies, hoods.
Everything. Okay.
Hoods, they smash into stuff. People smash into them. They lose bedsides. But it's weird. Some guys tear a lot of stuff up in 20 miles. Other guys go the whole Baja 1000 have zero damage.
Sure.
Zero.
Sure.
They finish on the same tires they start on.
So you're doing this for many years now. Plenty of guys going through their seats, putting their butts in the seats of your trucks. You impressed with one guy, one or two names stand out to you right now, whether it be this year, last year, or 20 years ago, that you really were impressed by their driving skills and being the first time in the truck?
I got a lot of them. Emil Downey, the guy from yesterday, never raced the truck before. He ran right with the Class 1 guys all day yesterday.
Great, okay.
In an underpowered truck. Obviously, Billy Wilson, who has moved from the Baja Light small trucks to the Baja Light XRs. He has a 6100 truck of mine, and now he has a Jimco trophy truck, and he won San Felipe last year.
Sure.
So
Okay.
Billy's got a lot of skills.
Good deal.
There's quite a few guys. The Mills brothers, Nick Mills and Taylor Mills, they have trophy trucks and 6100s now, and they started out with me in a Baja Light.
Sure. We talk about family out here. I know our big theme for the Rage of the River race was family. Over the years, seen you and your daughter out racing. What is Paige up to now, and when is her next time get some seat time?
She rides and navigates for her boyfriend Chad Broughton, who won the 6100 championship or trophy truck spec championship in score last year.
Okay.
And they finished all the races, and they won the milestone award 2 years in a row for finishing every mile.
Good for them.
And she navigates for him, and she wants to drive some more. But I tell my kids, you got to figure out how to pay for it. I got the trucks, but you have to have the sponsors to fix it.
Sure, I don't doubt that.
And Paige is really hard on bodies. So is my son Van.
Okay.
He just started racing. He raced Rage
how
at
old
the
is he?
River.
How old is
He's
Van?
17.
He's 17. All right.
And I'm so proud of him. Him and David Horsley from Australia did the Primm race at Best of Desert.
Sure, in December.
And they finished that, their first race, and then we went the next weekend to Rage at the River, and Van crashed twice in his race. But he's not a quitter. They righted it, and they scooped up all the body panels after the race, and we zip tied them all together, so they had a body for the next day. And
so Van is a junior in high school then in the Phoenix area?
He's a senior.
A senior. All right,
He's
good for him.
senior,
A
and
young
he's
senior.
He has a summer job, and he works hard.
We'll find out when you get home tomorrow whether he appreciates us talking about him like this. But, hey, sounds like a good kid, great family operation you got going out there, so proud of you.
Right on. It's a lot of fun. We all come and do it. We're all going to go to the Nora 1000, Mexican 1000. And
so talk a little bit about that. Lucas yesterday did tell our viewers at home yesterday about Nora. It's a 3-4 day race.
This year it's 5 days.
It's a 5-day race. So basically they run the peninsula. Talk about who goes, what events happen at night, how they're taken care of. You want to go ahead and do that for us?
Yeah, you have to have rooms at every place. Uh-oh. Pat Dean in first. No Brandon Arthur.
No Brandon Arthur. So that 56 truck, competitive medals, we're not seeing him here. So it looks like number 176 of Pat Dean is coming in through that speed control zone.
And he's not heeding the speed
not
control.
Heeding the speed control. So we'll see whether he gets a talking to. But
I think he saw the radar gun is sitting in the chair over there with
this guy here.
Yeah, he's got Brandon Arthur covered, as Brandon is not even on our picture or anywhere to be seen.
I'm sure the communications with his pit and his crew chief and whatnot, he's well aware of that. He's got some experience.
I'm sure he saw him broken or stopped.
And we're still looking off in the distance.
I see the second place one car coming right now, and I still don't see Brandon Arthur.
No, we
There's
see Dan
a third
Myers.
place. Yeah, Dan Myers. I think it's Brett Visick is our
number
second,
155.
Yeah, he's our second car. But Pat's got a nice lead on him from yesterday and a lead for today. So Pat is putting on a clinic here in Class 1. Pat's a really good driver with lots of experience. Really nice guy, too. Brad Visick seems to be heeding the speed zone. And then we have our jump start cheaters. They're in the view now. The 199.
They'll penalize that Kyle Conlon there.
Yeah, Kyle Conlon and Cody Robinson. They just, what they probably did or could have done is they could be watching their GPS clicker click down, and the guy with the flag wasn't paying attention to what he was supposed to be doing.
Right.
That's exactly how it could have went down.
Sure.
Because you do that when you're at the start line. You tell your navigator, hey, what's the second? And then he can see it on the GPS, and he knows that it's 15-second starts. So when the guy in front of you starts at 35 seconds, at 50 seconds you're going to get the green flag, and the guy might have just not waved the flag.
And it looks like
so I don't want to be too hard on him.
115 entry right there, Dan Myers. That's 0-1 on the big side door there, heading out.
But when I went to race driving school, which obviously I never did, you don't go until they wave the flag.
Yeah.
But they did give him a stop and go penalty.
and right now they're saying he's good. So
And it looked like there's an official up there
pointing at him.
Giving
So
him
again,
some kind of.
he's made his way up. He's passed quite a few cars.
It looks like that official
Kyle
waved
Conlon.
one finger at him, but I don't know which one it was.
Blake Wilkie you saw off in the distance coming in that chicane area, as well as Vince Munoz in that 1450 Pro truck. So
Is it Cody Robinson or Kyle Conlon driving today?
I don't know. I kind of looked through the eyes and didn't see they had glasses on, so I couldn't tell between the two.
I don't know. It's in our sport. It's difficult too because a lot of people don't know what anybody looks like because everyone's always wearing their helmet.
Always wearing the helmet, yeah. So in the infield right now, it looks like Vinny Munoz, number 494, and Blake Wilkie quickly behind him. So Wilkie quickly getting in here, number 157. So a beautiful turquoise entry. He builds those at his place down in the San Diego area.
What's the name of his shop?
You know what? I'm sure of that. Just I don't know, by Blake's place. So we'll look on the side of his entry. And see
No,
if
that's
he's
a
got
good-looking car. He doesn't have his whip on today from his trip to the dunes. He had the
so it
lights
looks like
on the whip yesterday. Vinny Munoz still looking strong in this 1450. His trophy 1450. I don't think they get any better of 1450
No,
than that one.
that's the elite right there.
I know Jerry and him run wheel to wheel.
All the time. So good for Vince and his family. Munoz Construction Company out of Redlands, Yucaipa area. They basically any type of internal ground penetration with no piping, water piping, gas piping, that kind of stuff is taken care of by MCC Pipeline. So that's how it's able to afford him to get out here and bring his family and do the racing he is and have such a nice vehicle like his.
And he always brings all his kids out and everything. He's a family man.
The kids, great family. Danielle, Vinny's wife, we've been racing with them for quite some time and watching those boys from infants grow up, and what a handful they are out there. So any new toy, trick, or extreme sports scooter that's out there, those boys tend to get them right away, and good for them. What a life they have.
And if you don't like CR50s with no pipes on them, I don't recommend camping by them at any of the races because those kids get out and make a track around the motorhome.
They have a good time and